What's going on? This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boston Clinic. Shout out to the LDBC and the YTBC. We working. And it's people out here really having a serious debate and a serious argument saying that Adrien Broner, if Adrien Broner is a Hall of Famer right now, if his career ended right now, absolutely not. I mean, how? I mean, each world title he got, it was given to him. He was never the best fighter in the weight class except when he beat Antonio DeMarco for a 135-pound title because DeMarco had knocked out Jorge Linares right before that. And that's the only weight class that he was legitimately the best fighter at. You know, remember he lost to Daniel Ponce de Leon in his HBO debut, and they gave him a gift decision. Then he beats some guy, some foreign guy for the title, you know. It's not the same as what Shane Mosley did with winning the title at 35 and winning one at 47, or what Floyd did, winning one at 30, 35, 40, 47, 54. It's not the same thing as what Manny Pacquiao did, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he got trinkets. It wasn't, even his world titles wasn't even to earn. You know, he didn't earn them. He didn't fight the toughest contenders most of the time to get those titles. And then he went up to fight Paulo Malignaggi, the weakest link at 147. You know, I think Sean Porter was a world titleist at the time. He didn't go for him. You know, he did eventually end up fighting him and getting his ass whooped. He didn't try to fight Keith Thurman, you know, which was a regular WBA title at the time. You know, he wasn't trying to fight no real monsters. He was picking and choosing his battles like tough. People say, well, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao did that. No. People, you remember the money Mayweather. What about the pretty boy Floyd? What about the young Pacquiao? What about the young Cotto who fought everybody they needed to fight? They paid their dues. Adrien Broner a lot of these fighters try to skip the pretty boy stage. One of my subscribers say this. Everybody want to be money Mayweather, but don't nobody want to be pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. Nobody want to get their hands dirty. Everybody just want to be fresh, fly, and flashy Mayweather. They forget about the whole period since, 96, that all the way up until the Oscar fight where he had to get his hands dirty and do the dirty work and put the grind in. You know, Broner never put that grind in. The only prominent win that he had before he got to 47, and the fight he had was Antonio DeMarco. When he fought Paulo Malignaggi, he arguably could have lost that fight. Fought Madonna, got beat. Fought Sean Porter, got beat. Getting in somewhere between that, he went down to 140, got one versus Khabib. He cherry-picked Khabib for a world title. His career is very indicative and is the very definition. You can put his face right there into a fighter being moved carefully, a fighter being maneuvered carefully, a fighter being advised, promoted perfectly. You know, he's been moved very carefully as a professional fighter. And the one time he jumped off the blueprint, he got beat by Madonna. So absolutely not. He's not a Hall of Famer. You know, people say Arturo Gatti. I think Arturo Gatti would have whooped him at 140. You know, Arturo Gatti was a better fighter than Adrien Broner, in my opinion. Arturo Gatti wasn't all that, and most of the time, he really got in the Hall of Fame because of his story and how he did on the East Coast and how he went out. You know, how he seemed to be set up when he went out. But he was a ticket puller at Atlanta Boardwalk. You know, when he died, Atlanta Boardwalk died with him, you know, truthfully told. Bernard and Pavlik and Martinez tried to keep it alive, but no too many fights go at the Atlanta Boardwalk no more. That's one of the better venues in boxing. Most of them moved all the way to the Brooklyn Barclays Center. But he made arena relevant. He was a ticket puller. But Broner, absolutely not, man. I can't believe people were seriously having this debate. I'm just in the reading like, he's a 4 division and 4 separate weight classes. That's nothing to harp about. Look who he beat. I don't remember the first guy he beat was Rodriguez or something like that. Then he moves up to fight DeMarco. That's a solid fight, but DeMarco got stopped by Edwin Valero early in his career. You know, then he moves up to fight Paulo Malignaggi, or old Malignaggi at that. That Sean Porter just legitimately walked through with that. I think it was after that or before that. Sean Porter walked through him like he was supposed to, like Broner was supposed to do Paulie. He got stumped over versus Madonna. He got stumped over versus Sean Porter. I mean, he got stumped over versus a career featherweight or a super featherweight in Mikey Garcia. And he ran for Mikey Garcia. You know, a guy who was out of the boxing before he started boxing last year for almost 2.5 years. And this dude comes up and weight and dog walks you. And you run from him and you can't do nothing with a guy that's legitimately smaller than you. Look fat, flabby, and everything. you get dog walked in the ring. But you a Hall of Famer, though, and people still holding hope that this career can come back. First, it was after the Mikey. Oh, Broner let us down. We done with Broner. Now they back on the Broner hype train. And hopefully Omar Figueroa can knock this clown out and it be done with. But I will say his promotional company is taking off. So he's doing something right. People still want to sign when he tried to sign Willie Monroe before the Billy Joe Saunders fight. And a couple other guys. So, it is what it is. He's done in the boxing ring, not a Hall of Famer. Maybe as a contributor in the future. We gone.